invited to his ex-wife's party, but he senses she's plotting something. Why the fuck would you go to your ex-wife?
Without further ado, let's get straight to the storyline. The movie begins as we see our protagonist, Will, with his girlfriend, Kira.
Okay.
They are heading to a dinner party hosted by Will's ex-wife, Eden, and her new partner, David. Kira tells him they should not go if he's not ready, but he assures her that he's fine.
Like Kira is low-key like, that's a weird name to give somebody, bro, because doesn't that literally mean God in Japanese? I just know that because of Death Note. But doesn't that literally mean God?
It is revealed that Will and Eden divorced after the accidental death of their young son. During that time, Eden found
what happened?
Should not go if he's not ready.
Yeah, go back.
Kira. They are heading to a dinner party hosted by Will's ex-wife, Eden, and her new partner, David. Kira tells him they should not go if he's not ready, but he assures her that he's fine. It is revealed that Will and Eden divorced after the accidental death of their young son. During that time, Eden found solace in a grief support group, where she met David, and they suddenly disappeared to Mexico, but have now returned after 2 years.
Okay.
But as the couple is engrossed in conversation, Will accidentally hits a coyote on the road. He exits the car to check on the animal, only to find it gravely injured and in pain. Having no other choice, he grabs a tire iron, and ends up killing the coyote to put it out of its misery.
The fuck?
After a while, the couple arrives at a luxurious mansion where Will used to live, but he clarifies that—
Hold on, chat. Let me. Boom. Okay.
that the place belongs to Eden, and was never his. He then reunites with his old friends, which include Tommy, his boyfriend, Miguel, and friends Ben, Claire, and Gina.
Bro, whoever wrote these names them niggas gotta put in some more pain, bro. These are the most basic names ever. David, Eden, Ben, Miguel, Tommy.
His boyfriend, Miguel, and friends Ben, Claire, friends, place belongs to Eden, and was never his. He then reunites.
Say that one more time.
After a while, the couple arrives at a luxurious mansion where Will used to live, but he clarifies that the place belongs to Eden, and was never his.
So you was staying at your house?
He then reunites with his old friends, which include Tommy, his boyfriend, Miguel, and friends Ben, Claire, and Gina. They are all excited to see each other after a long time. Will then inquires about their other friend, Choi, who is revealed to be Gina's—
I low-key don't even fuck with this movie already, bro. I ain't gonna lie. These niggas trying to be so inclusive. Yeah, his new wife's black. There's an Asian girl right there. There's a gay couple. There's nothing like, what are we doing, bro?
Boyfriend. But Gina explains that he is running late as usual, and she can't get reception here. Just then, the hosts, Eden,
she just looked like a
and excitedly
succubus, bro.
Eden gives Will a long hug and expresses how much she missed him. David also thanks Will for coming and claims that they have so much to discuss and celebrate. After this, he takes out an expensive bottle of wine and starts pouring it for the guests. During their conversation, Will notices a half-naked girl in the corridor, horrifying him. He thinks it's just his hallucination, but soon the girl arrives, and introduces herself to everyone as Sadie. She reveals that she met David and Eden in Mexico and is now living with them. After this, everyone starts to enjoy the party, but Will senses that something is wrong. He begins to snoop around the house, and as he enters the kitchen, he has a flashback to the time when Eden attempted to slit her wrist many years ago. Just then, Eden startles him from behind, saying he looks handsome. Will takes this opportunity to ask her about the changes in the house, particularly the newly installed bars on the windows. Eden explains that it's for security, as she lived here alone for a while. He then asks how she's been, and she responds that she's doing amazing and is free from useless pain and suffering.
Damn.
At this moment, Ben shows up, and Eden begins ranting to him about how pain is optional and that anyone can find happiness. All negative emotions are simply chemical reactions that can be expelled from the body. Hearing this, Ben jokes that it sounds a bit crazy, but Eden unexpectedly slaps him hard across the face, tells him to stop making jokes about everything. After she leaves, Ben and Will discuss her shocking behavior, noting that both she and David are acting strangely today. Ben speculates that she might have lost her mind because of past events. He then comments that Will seems to be holding up well, but the latter admits that he also hasn't been able to move on. When they head to the living room, Eden apologizes to Ben and hands him a drink. Will then gets into a conversation with Claire, who is worried about his well-being. Like him, she also feels that the atmosphere is very weird. Just then, someone pulls up outside, and they assume that it's their friend, Choi. However, it turns out to be another man who is unknown to the group.
Some random bald
David
nigga.
introduces the man to everyone, saying his name is Pruitt, and they met in Mexico.
Pruitt.
Meanwhile, Gina is worried about Choi, who was supposed to arrive hours ago. Since there's still no reception, she requests to use the landline, but Eden mentions that it's been disconnected because they forgot to
Like, bro, it's clearly something going on. What are y'all?
pay the bill
If nobody raised no suspicion, then I hate this movie. Like I said already, bro.
while they were away. Soon after, David locks the front door and keeps the keys to himself.
Like, what's up with this nigga? Okay.
Will asks for the reason behind it, so David explains that there was a recent break-in at a nearby place.
Yeah, okay. So there's bars on the windows. They locking the door. There's no reception. And nobody raising no suspicion. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, with these horror movies, these niggas gotta start making the characters have some type of IQ. Something over fucking 1.8 GPA. Like, if you let these niggas tell it, everybody in the world is just fucking stupid. Them niggas they don't question shit, bro.
That's why they are just being cautious.
Just
Will
being
claims
cautious
he
type
didn't hear
shit.
about that news, and asks what happens in the case of a fire breakout. Hearing this, David reluctantly puts the key back in the lock, and asks him to relax. After some time, Will steps outside to gather firewood, but he continues to be haunted by memories of the past. He then sees Eden going to her room, and putting something in the drawer. So, after bringing the firewood inside, Will immediately sneaks into her room, and is confused to find some unlabeled pills.
Yeah, she
He
been on
takes
them
one of the
yerks.
pills, right when David arrives and asks him to come back to the party. In a flashback, we see Eden and Will in a romantic moment. Suddenly, their son walks into the bathroom, but they quickly send him back to bed. In the present, David and Eden inform the group that they have joined a spiritual group called The Invitation.
Yep, there we
and
go.
Both Sadie and Pruitt are also members. The group soon realizes that it's a cult, but David clarifies that it's simply a community of grieving people coming together and helping each other.
So
The
cult,
members are
nigga.
from various parts of the world. Following this, David decides to show the group a recruitment video. In the video, the cult leader from Mexico reveals his community, and explains that their family welcomes anyone seeking to help themselves. He asserts that the human brain possesses the ability to heal, and he has dedicated his life to rewiring traumatic experiences.
Type shit.
Moments later, the cult leader and some members are seen gathering around a woman who is on the verge of death.
What the fuck?
The leader asks who she is excited to see, and the woman replies her late father and husband. He then comforts her, saying they will all be waiting for her on the other side, and urges her not to be scared.
Oh
The
shit.
leader also promises that soon all the pain she has endured will come to an end. Shortly after, the woman passes away, and the leader asks the other members to join in, and feel her spirit. Everyone in the room is unable to believe they just witnessed someone's death, but David and Eden try to
Yeah.
convince them that they just wanted to show that death isn't something to be scared of.
Nah, gang.
David then explains that when he lost his wife, he turned to cocaine to cope with his grief and was in a mess. However, after joining the
So she lost her son and got her new nigga is someone who lost his wife.
invitation, he
Okay.
found relief from the pain and regained control of his life. He also begins discussing Eden's struggles with the death of her son, but this conversation makes Will very uncomfortable. Moments later, the doorbell rings, so Pruitt
It's gonna
and
be
David
some
answer
other
the
fucking
door and
cult
talk to
member.
some unknown people. While talking to Gina, Will is distracted by David's interaction at the front door with those strange people, and David soon claims that they were just neighbors looking for a party. Afterward, Will seems very disturbed, so he excludes himself from the group and stays in the kitchen. Miguel inquires if everything's fine. Since he is a doctor, Will shows him the pill he found in Eden's drawer, and asks what it is. Miguel identifies it as a barbiturate, but claims that it's only
Miguel's a
dangerous
what?
if one takes too much of it. Later on, David apologizes to everyone for making them watch the disturbing video. He then suggests that they should play a game called I Want, where everyone just expresses what they want. Sadie takes the initiative, and wants to tell everyone that she loves all of them.
Bro, just look at that bitch. She look crazy as shit.
She then kisses Gina directly on the lips, which takes everyone by surprise.
The
Following this, Pruitt wants to share about his late wife, and gathers everyone's attention. They were married for 8 years, and one day, they had a foolish argument while he was drunk. In a moment of anger, he struck her, causing her to accidentally hit her head and pass away.
What
He
the?
revealed-
So nigga's a murderer. Hello?
That he spent 7 years in prison for his actions.
Okay,
Yet
for
upon his
sure.
release, he was the same man. Pruitt says that only by accepting the invitation could he get rid of that evil part of himself. He admits that he still misses his wife, but doesn't grieve or feel guilty anymore, since he knows he'll see her in a better place.
You literally
Hearing
killed her, nigga.
Everyone is horrified. Claire in particular seems very uncomfortable, so she decides to leave. David tries to convince her to stay, but Will insists that she should be allowed to depart if she wants. While Claire is leaving, Pruitt informs her that he
Nah, bro,
parked his-
already Will a W, bro. He the only one that's really like vouching for shit. These other niggas is these other niggas on some dumb shit,
car
bro.
behind of hers and needs to move it. They then exit together.
What'd he say?
Informs her that he parked his car behind of hers and needs to move it.
Oh my god.
They then exit together, and Will watches on from the window. He observes Pruitt moving his car to allow Claire to depart. However, as she drives away, Pruitt stops her for some reason. And David suddenly interrupts Will, and claims he wants to talk to him alone. David asks why he is so suspicious of him, and why he seems to have a problem with everything.
So he just gave up on watching what the happened when a nigga went to her window?
Here Will apologizes, and admits that perhaps he wasn't ready to come here tonight, so David says they must continue moving forward and living their lives. After some time, the group sits down for dinner, but Will still appears very disturbed. He keeps having flashbacks of the day of a birthday party where his son died accidentally.
He died at his
Feeling
birthday party?
overwhelmed, he decides to step outside to clear his head.
Yo, what?
When he goes downstairs, he glances through a cracked door, and observes Sadie making weird faces in a mirror. She notices him, so he quickly makes his way outside. As Will is by the pool, Sadie asks about his relationship with his girlfriend, and claims
Okay.
Kira seems distant from him. To his
Nah,
surprise,
she not lying though. Her ass don't be talking to him.
Sadie suggests that they make love right here. She explains that they shouldn't deny themselves pleasure, and that everyone used to be intimate with each other back in Mexico.
Huh?
However, he refuses her advances.
The
and
f is she
to go
talking
back
about?
inside. Afterward, Will tries to find a signal to call Choi since he hasn't shown up yet. Tommy asks what's going on with him, and Will expresses that something feels off here, and he can sense it. Hearing this, Tommy asks him to stop behaving strangely, stating that he is scaring other people. After he leaves,
What we watching, bro? I'm asking the same exact question, bro.
Will finally gets some signal and listens to a voicemail from Choi.
Wait,
Hearing
what happened?
this, Tommy expresses that something feels off here, and he can sense it. Hearing this, Tommy asks him to stop behaving strangely, stating that he is scaring other people. After he leaves, Will finally gets some signal and listens to a voicemail from Choi. It turns out that Choi was at the front door earlier in the evening, but he forgot to grab dessert. So, he left a voicemail for Will to pick up the dessert on his way. This horrifies our hero, and he silently joins the group at the dinner table. Suddenly, the lights go off,
Oh my
and Eden appears with a birthday cake for Miguel. Feeling agitated, Will angrily asks the host couple where Choi is, and reveals about the voicemail, and Choi was here at the front door earlier. Eden insists that he never showed up, so Will questions
Nigga,
why
leave
they
the
were invited
house.
to
What the
dinner only after 2 years, and why the two strangers from the cult are present. When the atmosphere starts heating up, Kira tells Will that they should leave, but he is adamant on finding out about Choi. Just then, the doorbell
Nah, W
rings,
man.
and to their surprise, it's none other than Choi himself.
Yeah, okay.
He explains that he had indeed been at the front door earlier but had to leave due to urgent work. Seeing this, Will is super confused. He begins crying and apologizes for his harsh behavior. Eden and David tell him that it's alright because he's part of their family. Later, as Will is alone in the backyard, Kira comforts him. He tells her that he is in pain and still can't move on from his son's death. He blames himself for what happened, but Kira tries.
See, bro, this is literally just some inclusion shit, bro. How the fuck is this his wife? She didn't say like one sentence to the nigga the whole time. They just wanted to put a black bitch in the video, bro.
to encourage him that
This the first time she done talked to this nigga the entire time.
forward is not a betrayal. Will then goes to visit his son's bedroom alone. During this, he starts having flashbacks of his son.
Yeah, this
making him
nigga's over
emotional.
with.
Just then, he notices David heading to the backyard and lighting a red lantern. In the next scene, Will opens the laptop on which the recruitment video was played. He watches another video featuring the cult leader, who encourages the members not to be afraid, and reminds them that a reward awaits if they take the necessary steps and give themselves up. Will then joins the rest of the group at the dinner table, where they are poured another glass of wine. Before they raise their glasses in celebration, David is relieved they're all in this together. They raise their glasses to a better world and peace, while Gina has already taken a sip, but then Will tells them not to drink. Seeing this, Sadie angrily approaches Will and accuses him of ruining everything. Will pushes her, causing her to fall to the ground and hit her head on the corner of a desk.
Oh shit.
The group rushes to check on the unconscious Sadie and tries to revive her.
Why didn't
Will, seeing this,
why did nigga do her
Sadie
ass like
angrily
that?
approaches Will and accuses him of ruining everything. Will pushes her, causing her to
Nah,
fall
she
to the
did that
ground
shit
and
to
hit her head
herself,
on
bro. I
the
ain't gonna
corner of
lie.
the desk. The group rushes to check on the unconscious Sadie and tries to revive her. And as if that wasn't enough,
Gina?
What the fuck? See? Okay, yeah, now they poisoning niggas and
they
shit.
notice that Gina has passed away and is foaming at the mouth. With this, panic ensues, and Miguel attempts to check on Gina.
So then he was right to say not don't drink this shit then.
But then this happens.
Yeah, bro. This ain't even like most scary movies supposed to have some type of suspense to it. It's the most obvious shit ever. Off rip, you could tell that they was on dumb shit. Why am I watching this shit, chat?
Miguel is shot by David. Pruitt then takes the gun away from him, while the friend group attempts to escape. But instead, Pruitt shoots Choi dead, and approaches him to finish his job.
Like I said, this is
They all
like,
start
bro.
running away, and an angry Tommy tries to attack David, but Kira slashes him with a knife.
Oh, good shit.
They rush downstairs, and it is here that they realize that all of the doors are locked.
Duh,
Will and Kira
nigga.
lock themselves in a room, but realize that all the windows are barred and locked. While hiding, they notice David and Pruitt dragging Ben to the backyard, where they shoot
Fuck.
him.
Damn.
Witnessing this horrific act, Kira begins to panic, but Will calms her down. He claims that they can deal with these maniacs, as they are just humans. The two quietly make their way down the hallway, where they overhear David and Eden talking. Eden is appalled by the shooting, claiming that they were supposed to die peacefully from the poisoning. However, David explains that they are chosen, and that they must fulfill their mission anyhow.
What the fuck is
After
he
they
talking
leave,
about, bro?
Will takes Kira upstairs, to find out if there's an exit. They come across Sadie along the way, and it appears she has impaled herself with a fireplace poker.
Oh shit.
Will cautiously takes the poker from her, and they continue forward. Unfortunately, before they can go any further, Pruitt arrives upstairs with a gun.
Kill that nigga. Kill that
He gets
nigga.
ready
Kill
to
that
shoot
nigga.
them, but Will quickly dislodges the gun from his hand,
Oh yeah.
and the two
Hey.
engage in a fight. Pruitt gains the upper hand.
Yeah, I mean,
and is about
niggas
to kill
clearly
him,
bigger.
but luckily,
Where his bitch
Kira
at?
steps up
Yeah, yeah,
and
good shit, good
strikes
shit.
Pruitt with the fireplace
Good
poker
shit.
continuously until he dies.
Good shit.
Following
Bro, why she putting in more pain than this nigga? She didn't caught about 2 bodies already, didn't she?
this, Will and Kira make their way downstairs, but they come across Eden with a gun. She immediately shoots Will but misses any vital organs.
Damn.
She apologizes to him, and then decides to shoot herself in the stomach.
What the fuck?
Soon after, David arrives there while calling out for Eden. Will tells him that she has shot herself, but David claims to be glad, saying she is with the others now. Will
Oh
then
my
warns
God.
him not to come closer because they have a gun, but David isn't worried because he's going to die soon anyway. But then, Tommy, who survived the earlier stabbing, intervenes.
Are you Tommy? Are you
The
Tommy?
two engage in
Hey.
a fierce fight, during which Tommy manages to kill David
Damn.
by
Good shit.
stabbing
Good
him in
shit.
the
Good shit. Good
stomach.
shit. Good shit.
In the aftermath, Will and Kira approach Eden, who is on the verge of death. She says that she misses their son and asks Will to take her outside. He obliges out of pity and soon, she passes away. After this,
What the
three
fuck is
survivors
this
hug
movie,
each
bro?
other and break down in tears. Will and Kira then hear police sirens. At this moment, the couple suddenly hears screaming voices, a shot from the nearby house, and notices red lanterns lit up in several neighboring houses, just like the one David had lit earlier. This makes them realize that there is a mass cult suicide taking place in the area.
What
and there
the
are
f-
likely more
yo.
cult members killing their friends. Okay guys, that's all the recap of the
Then it just
Invitation
end like that. Yeah,
2015.
okay. Dang it, that was the most predictable scary movie. That's the most fucking predictable scary movie I probably ever witnessed, my nigga. Nigga could tell the plot from the first 5 minutes. I could tell the plot from the fucking title, my nigga. Man invited to his ex-wife's party, but since this shit, like, nigga, as soon as I seen man invited to his ex-wife's party and I know it's supposed to be a horror movie, nigga, I already know what's going. She finna try to kill the nigga. Why the fuck would she invite him over for a good time, nigga? That's why she dipped. That's why she dropped you all. Like, what are we talking about?